But below the surface, what's really important is character. Below the surface. Strategy is what we see above the surface. Character is what needs to be seen below the surface. We can't see your character, but we can see some of the strategy between here and there. I've been reading through my one-year Bible. Not my one Bible. I have more than one. My one-year Bible, and just looking again at the creation story and how it got to be into the promised land and how everything started. And I was so mindful of, from Genesis chapter 12, when God calls Abraham, he's here in Ur of the Chaldeans, here, Genesis chapter 12. Joshua, I think chapter 4 is when they actually arrived at the promised land. Joshua chapter 4. So Genesis 12, and you've still got lots of chapters left of Genesis and lots of story. I mean, you've still got, Abraham's gone. He's long gone before there. And I don't know whether it was ever meant to be there in Abraham's lifetime. I know it was definitely his seed and his descendants, but there was a long way getting to there. And his son was long gone. And then his grandson, Jacob, was long gone, who became Israel. And then Israel, Jacob, they all moved down into Egypt because there's all these things that go on in life. And Joseph never even got to there, but they were all part of this journey to get there. It was Moses that led the people out of Egypt, and he never got there. It was Joshua. So from here to there, as you read through this narrative of those several books of the Pentateuch, you start to realize that character had a lot to do with their deviation between here and there. There were so many things that they did not respond with obedience that caused them to take longer. Like, for instance, when they first set out from Egypt, a 12-day journey took 40 years because of disobedience. One act of disobedience cost them 40 years.